spiritual warfare is real. People don't know they be in it. Some people don't even know. They think that's their life. So to be in tune and to know when these things go around, you got to be aware. Because a lot of people being tricked out of their spot by forces they don't even know where it's coming from. I ain't one of them.
This episode is brought to you by AMG. If you're involved in any type of accident, don't hesitate to call 305 AMG Help. They are the winning team and they will have your back. Today on the Miami Hustle, we got Jayla Anderson in the building.
Hey, y'all. It's which mic? Which camera?
You can look at any of them, but the middle one.
Okay, the middle one.
Yep.
Hey, y'all. What's up?
So thank you for your time. First of all, we appreciate you. I just want to give a couple shout outs because you already know Mike is always hooking me up with people like you. We're always out here networking, and Mike has been a great connector to me to introduce me to new talent in Miami. And then also shout out to Drink Champs, DJ EFN, and shout out to Drink Champs Sports for hosting the networking that they do and connecting people like us.
That's right, because we here.
Yep, we out here. So first question, where are you from?
I'm from Miami.
Okay, say it loud and proud.
I'm from Miami, Florida. That sounds funny.
Born and raised?
Yeah.
And you've been living here this whole time?
Except when I went to college. I was in Tallahassee, Florida State.
How was that? Oh, damn, how was that?
Lit.
Yeah.
I
could
lit.
imagine.
Yeah.
More lit than Miami?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
I mean, it's a college town. It gets crazy out there.
Two different lits.
Yeah,
Two different eras of my life.
For sure. And how was it like growing up in Miami for you?
Growing up in Miami for me was just a child who did a lot of sports, optimist, cheering, track. What was growing up like a child for me? Hustling, doing hair twists, selling something I can, playing with my brothers and sisters in my younger days, in my teen years, just being with my friends, going to high school, being active. That's it. Yeah.
And you mentioned you're a hustler, which I know. That's why you're on the show. I see you're an artist, so you make music. On top of that, you got a fitness page. You're going into comedy too, so you do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Have you always been like that?
Yeah, I think I was just being me, and now we just flow into career paths now. Like, it could get a category, but I feel like this just me being me.
That's important.
Yeah, because I didn't know I could rap, though. That's what I didn't know I could rap. Like, even though I used to be play freestyling, I did not know I could rap. And that's probably the only thing different. I always just thought I'd be like an actress, but
I mean, you still could be.
Yeah, I just thought like just only an actress. Like, I ain't think all this, but I think it's bigger and better than just an actress.
Yeah.
But I knew I was gonna be a star, but I just always been outgoing. I always been the life of the party, and I guess God made me like this.
Shout out to God. Shout out to
God.
Yes. So when did you realize that you could rap?
When I dropped my first song, It Takes Two, raw bass, and it blew up in all the clubs. I was playing when I made it, but like I was like, I'm a rap, but I was playing. I didn't really think that would kick off everything that I have going on. And then when people started gravitating and people was like, oh, she gonna make it. She got it. Her energy. She got this. Like, she ain't that lyrical, but she got everything else. I'm like, oh, I could do this. So I just kept going. Then
yeah, that's a fun song.
You just get better in time.
That's a fun song. And you have a music video, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so acting, I feel like, goes hand in hand with music videos.
Yeah, I can't wait till I start dropping more stuff because I'm going to really turn up. Like how Michael Jackson videos used to be. I haven't had the budget to do what I really want to do yet. I never had a management or nothing. Everything been me. So when I get that chance, oh, baby, it's going to be something like, oh, this different.
Shout out to you for doing it all yourself, though.
For sure.
That's what the hustle's about.
For sure.
And at first, you really got to do it all by yourself. You got to build by yourself and believe in yourself before anybody believes in you. But it's only a matter of time if you keep it consistent.
And you know what also? Not even just believe in yourself so nobody can't play with you. Because so much people run right into stuff and they don't have no knowledge on anything on the back end, and then they get screwed over.
So that's a good point. How do you get knowledge on the back end? Like, what do you recommend people do?
Take time to learn it yourself, trial and error. Build different relationships, whether some good, bad, because they all gonna teach you something. Look at what other people went through and learn. Be around people who know the business, the type of stuff that go on, and then you kind of learn as you building your brand. So I had to get all my bookings and stuff myself. I know, okay, this man, he want to help me, but can we curse?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, no, I'm actually trying not to curse. He want to F me. Like you learn through these situations. You got to go through that, because a lot of people period get caught up in situations and they don't have no knowledge and they not in tune to discern what's what. So I think that's the most important part of believing in yourself, but knowing yourself. So nobody, because you could believe in yourself all you want, you could be talented, then you hear stories like, oh, this happened to them. You gotta know yourself, so nobody can't play with you.
Yeah, I agree. You got to spend time with yourself sometimes and like eliminate the noise and be very careful who you surround yourself with to really get to know who you are as a person. Because if you don't spend that alone time, then you're going to be a product of your environment. You're not even going to know who you are and what you really like. And like, how long you been in the music game?
2019, I dropped January 2019. Yeah, I dropped It Takes 2019, and yeah, just in doing all that. Yeah. But I think I'm really about to get into it now.
Yeah? Why do you say that?
Because I just really didn't believe. I won't say I didn't believe I could rap, but I was just rapping, learning myself, and being out a lot. But see, this is the trick thing with me. I had to be out a lot because I ain't never have a manager or no team. So I had to push myself. And to a lot of people, look like she always out. But it's like, if I don't brand myself and I don't get out here, who going to do it for me? Because I know I got the internet, but who going to do it for me? But now I'm in this place, like I just told you, I had the incident that happened to me. Like I passed out, and now I'm like in that isolation season now, because now I'm really getting in tune. Like, this is really you. This is you. Like, look how the devil attacking you. This is you. You can act, you can rap. Look at all of this. All this time that's been distracting you. This is you. Like, you a star. You here. But I had to go through all that to get in this isolation right now. I've been in like 2 weeks. No drinking, no nothing.
Nice.
That's why I was glad. I was like, oh, this water lit. This water.
Hey, this is water.
I'm
Shout out
in
to
that
water.
space now, because I couldn't really see. I was working, but I couldn't see who I was. I knew I had all this going on. I see it, but it was just like, this who you are. This is it. Like, this who you need to get in solitude now and build. Like, because you about to do some great things. That's
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's important to build that foundation, like you said, and just learn a lot. And then you said you went through something 2 weeks ago where you passed out, and now you're just going to be more focused on yourself, right?
Yeah.
And how was that experience for you?
Scary.
Like, yeah?
It was scary to a sense that for me to just go out of sight, out of mind like that for a few minutes and come back, just doing something that I normally do, chill in the club, it gave me that, like, whatever you're dealing with, you got to find another way to deal with it now. Like, you need to sit with yourself and deal with these things, because the drinking, the hookah, the situationship dating when you feel like it, this really all a distraction for you. It's all a distraction. And this whole time I've been doing it as a coping mechanism, but it's a distraction for what God really got for you. And it's time to get focused. And I think when I fell out, that hookah, the one drink, I didn't even really drink, but it took in that moment, like, it's time to do something different. You got to move different. You have to be different. And this is to show you, like, it's time to let all this go. Because I've been in a phase where, like, everything leaving my life. And it was like, okay, cool. In that season, you had to be out. You had to do you. But everybody know who you are now. Get in solitude. Boss yourself up. You done passed that. Thank God nobody was in the club like that. It was like a chill night. And get focused, because you got work to do. And I think that was the sign, like, it's time to stop all that.
Yeah, just so people know, she was smoking hookah. It wasn't no crazy.
Yeah, I ain't do no other drugs. Nobody ain't laced nothing. It was nothing like that. Nobody ain't put nothing in my drink. I didn't even drink. Nobody ain't put nothing in my drink. It was just my regular things. I was actually just starting to fast and juice. My body probably was a little weak too. I had just left the studio.
That makes sense.
That one little, and not even that, mental exhaustion. Just trying to balance so much work, chasing a dream. I think I got to that. I hit my breaking point.
Sometimes you need to hit that breaking point, and I feel like it brings people and clearly it brought you, like, closer to God and closer to your purpose, because when like I mean, you in this situation, you collapsed, like you passed out. But when things around you start collapsing in your life, I feel like it forces you to like reevaluate certain things and really just find yourself, like we were talking about before, and then just stay focused.
Yeah.
Really, that's the most important part. So, what would you say like keeps you going? Because I know the hardest part, like especially when it comes to like the Miami hustle, what we talk about a lot is everybody needs a job. You got to pay the bills, but what do you do when you're clocked out? You know, you're either gonna hustle for your passion or something you want or something you believe in, or you're just gonna chill, which is cool too. But I feel like you're one of those that you're hustling for what you want. So, what's your why? Like, what keeps you going?
The dream that I had, the dream that I know, that's it. I think it's happening because it's all a part of the story. I feel like I've been making my documentary this whole time. The dream. That's what keep me going. I know it's not like, you know how some people just be like, oh, I wake up and be like, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that. Like, no, this is a dream I really have. And that's it. It's just like, I don't know. I got to ask God. I'm just following him, to be honest. Yeah, I follow him. Even when I do dumb stuff and make mistakes, I get back on track and keep going. Follow my dream, follow my heart. It just like, it feel like that's what I'm supposed to be doing.
That's important, yeah. And what would you say is like your dream? Like, what's the end goal? Like, what are you trying to become?
The best version of me.
The best
The,
version of
the
you?
version to look at my younger self and be like, you did it. The version of me, not even my younger child, the girl who graduated college. Because I went through a situation in college and it was just a whole little thing where I had to come out and graduate early. And I just was crying like, I don't know how I'm going to be a star. And I was boohoo crying. I did not know how I was going to do it. My ex-boyfriend was like, you should move back to Miami. And then I moved back to Miami and that didn't work out. Still wasn't happy. And it's like, you figured it out. You did it. Like, you knew you had an idea, you knew something, but like you figured it out, you did it. And like the dream, I don't know, I just see millions of people. I see millions of people. I don't even think it's the talent, it's me. Like the talent is a plus for me, but I just think it's me. I think God gonna use me as a vessel in the long run. I think that's what it is. Like I'm learning it now. Like it's the talent, the things that I'm going through, and it's gonna help a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's big. Like, I've always I always pray for guidance, and I'm trying to do the same. Like, I want to help inspire hundreds of millions of people, and I don't really know how sometimes, but I pray that like God
Just be
just
you.
guides me and like yeah, just puts me in places that He wants me to be in. You know, that's why I'm also really aware. Like when how you were talking about earlier, like if you pass out, like don't just wake up and keep doing what you were doing. Like think about
Uh-uh.
why you passed out. Think about like reevaluate a couple things and realign yourself. I would say.
Warfare is real. Spiritual warfare is real. People don't know they be in it. Some people don't even know. They think that's their life. So to be in tune and to know when these things go around, you gotta be aware. Cause a lot of people being tricked out of their spot by forces they don't even know where it's coming from. I ain't one of them.
Let's talk about that because I've never. I'm into all that, but I've never talked to somebody about spiritual warfare. So how does that work exactly? Like,
You know what? I'm learning because I feel like that's what I've been in. And I went through this thing where I went through some shit, some stuff. And it really awakened me. And all of this time, I realized I've been getting tricked. I've been getting tricked. Like, that was a trick. That was a trick. That was a trick. But in all of it, I still kept going. And that's what made me realize, like, this is you. This is, if you get attacked like this, many, most people who don't have a calling as big won't really understand. They'll kind of think like, what's wrong with you? Why that's happening to you? But this video popped up on YouTube and this girl was just like, when you chosen in certain things, like people not gonna understand because you really are getting attacked. You're fighting something because the enemy knows, like, if this girl get a hold to these people, I'm gonna lose a lot of them. That's a lot of souls that the other side just won. And I know I'm one of those people. And warfare, if the devil want to stop that, so he gonna use everything. So we is having a spiritual battle with all of this stuff, and some of the things are even rooted back from my parents and generations we don't even know nothing about. So I'm learning this as I'm going. I'm understanding like, wow, this is what's been happening to me all this time. So I'm actually in a phase of, this is what I've been aware of it, but this is why I'm like taking heat. Like, this is what's been happening in my life. That's how I felt about me falling out. Like, people think you be crazy, but you're not. You gotta know. People who know. but it's real. That stuff real
That's
now.
deep.
I was so scared of it. Like a couple of years ago, my dad gave me this book. I was scared to read it. I was scared of like evil, darkness, spirit. The devil was like, "Woo, she's scared." I ain't scared no more. I was so scared to read into that stuff because it was just like the world's so big. But when you start seeing things in another realm, it ain't even nothing to be scared about. It's just like, ooh, it's
Well,
better be aware than not aware.
100%. What book was it?
It was some book, and it's still in my house.
Oh, you haven't read it yet?
I sometimes I read it a little bit and then I stop, but and it's not even a long book. It's a short book. I can't even think of the name. I'm gonna send it to you, but it's like a little book, and I know like it just talk about like all the things that's not of God and different things that we use. And what I tell people to give yourself grace, cause you're not just finna off rip get it. Like I don't believe in it. I don't judge nobody. Everybody on their own journey. Don't come telling me like, oh, I got saved today and tomorrow. No, take your time with it. Learn yourself. Don't try to be perfect because that's how you learn and that's how you be better. And that's how you help other people be aware.
Yep.
But what I also learned is like the devil will use anybody. If he will use, that's why it's so good to be prayed up and be in tune. The devil will use your husband. I just had this talk with my this girl I know. Her husband, like she was like, I have to pray for my husband. He's going through something. Like he will use anybody. So it's like to see it was just like, dang, like this really how this go. Like wow. So it's like one of those things where you gotta pray because these 2 weeks have shown me so much. Even like one of my old ones came back and he said like, I'm like, what do you want from me? He was like, I want your soul. And just to see it, it's like, no. Like, no. But it's just like thinking, like, it's like you just become awakened to the smallest things that once were fun. And that's been distracting you from, like, this whole time. But I think that come with, everybody got to go through that, though. Everybody got to go through that. I don't know nobody who got it right off the jump. They lying if they did. Everybody got to go through that. And, like, these 2 weeks made me just be like, dang, like, not even that, you smart. Like, dang, girl, you smart. Like, people be lost.
Yeah, you're about to start moving different. I could tell.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah, something happened.
Hey,
I cried so much too. Like that first week, I used to just cry. Like, I'm like, I just cry now. Like, not no more, but it's like, it must be just coming out. Like, and I be feeling good, but I want to be by myself. Like, I be want to be alone just with my dog right now. I went around my family then for a little bit. I left. Like, it was Cinco de Mayo. I ain't even noticed. Like I said, I ain't even go to work. I just been wanting to be by myself. Some days I did record. Some days I don't do nothing. It's just like I'm just with me right now. I've never been in this place. I always been a little popular loner, but right now it's just kind of different. This feel good doing this because it's like I know I'm supposed to be doing this. You know.
yeah, for
Clearly,
sure.
I'm talking about it.
Yeah, I mean that's how it is. Like,
Did
you
I
got
give that I would talk about something like this?
nah. Nah, actually, when I think about it, not at all.
What I gave?
I mean, you were giving a hustler for sure because
Yeah.
of all the stuff you got going on. And then I wanted to talk to you about your creative process when you write the music because I feel like you have a very, like, at least to me, it's a very Miami vibe when it comes to an artist. And I haven't seen that in female rappers too often nowadays. So I don't know. I saw somebody that is definitely out here chasing their dreams and chasing what they want. But the lifestyle that you live being an artist and into that rap game, it could lead you down a lot of distractions and a lot of evil sometimes. So I didn't expect you to be talking like this. I mean, shout out to you though.
That's so crazy that you said that because I was like, God, why you brought me to this? Like, what? And then I was like, you know what? I feel like God is about to use me for something else. And it's definitely through the industry, but I don't, like lately I just told my friend today, I was like, I love old school music, anything that make you feel good, anything that tell a story. I love that. And I was like, that's what I want to put out. Like, that's what I want to make people feel. But I also see me just I see me creating my own lane because of those reasons. Like I see so much stuff and it be like, but I know God is using me for something. And that's the part I guess we got to talk about that when I come back to see, because it's like, God, why you chose me for that? And I think He's just showed me something dealing with somebody, and I'm like, wow, this person really was just only around me for. It got to be a hidden agenda, because why are you here if none of this other stuff is checking off the box? Why are you here?
Yeah,
And
you
I
gotta
think it
have
was
faith.
something in that, and it also showed me like how people could be, the people closest to you, what they're around, and like that industry is dark. You ever seen Tabitha Brown?
Nah.
You gotta look her up. She's such a hustler. But her light is so beautiful, and she get all her money. She thought she was gonna be an actress. Now she on Target, got her own cooking line, doing her own thing, and it just went so much bigger. And she just tell her story, sell books, and it just took. I see me going like that
Yeah, nah, for
because I
sure.
have trust
If
issues.
I think if you have faith and you're following like God's plan, because I think God has a plan for everyone, and I think if you pray to God and you ask for guidance and like you're willing to do things different than what you're used to, I think that you can, like, He can use you to inspire a lot more people to do the same. Maybe that's why you're on the podcast. Just you speaking about what you
Yeah,
went through those last 2 weeks. Like, I could have
yeah.
hit you up
And this
last
coming
month.
out right before I'm about to drop.
There you go. Yeah, I mean,
Sleeping with the enemy.
it's all about time. Oh shit! Wait, what's it called? Sleeping with the enemy. All right, we got to talk about that. What
Yeah,
is
we
that?
gonna get there because we right here. We can talk. We
What
got a
is
little
that? A
time.
single?
Yeah. I
Okay.
made that song 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
2 years ago,
Wow.
but
So
I made it 2 years ago, but I feel like it's really more of my life now than it was then. Then I was writing it, certain things, yeah, but like I could feel it in my spirit now, like for real, for real. And the enemy for me is so many things. Like the enemy could be yourself, your mind, the negative forces. The enemy is so much. It's deeper than just. I mean, a man too, friends too. But the enemy is just so many things. Like, and that's just how I see it. Go back to what we talk about. Like, yeah, like that.
that's a perfect time to drop. How
And
many
it's
songs do
different.
you have that you haven't dropped, like unreleased?
I don't even know. I don't count. I just got stuff in my phone. A lot of songs, so. But the music that I really be wanting to make is telling a story. I could have made music about I'm popping ass outside. I don't like none of that. That's not even of me no more. Like that's just me having fun with just figuring out. I don't want to make that kind of music. It's enough kind of people making that music. I want to make music that really make people, that touch people and feel they soul, that could relate, that done been through something. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to mislead nobody. I want everything to line up with what you see. Cause like when you see me, you want to expect certain things, and I get it. You know that come with me just figuring it out. But it was like now it's time. You know what? I think God will hide you. I think now it's time for me to come to the front line. Like it's time for me to speak. It's time, and I can speak it through my music, through acting, through my skits, through my videos that go viral every time. This is always something.
I feel like you're gonna be a very inspiring person because not only are you following God's plan, but you want to be an inspiring person. You want to be a voice. You said you have a voice. So, what would you say to people that are watching this or watching you and they want to be an artist too? Like, off of everything you've learned so far, like, what advice would you give someone?
Follow your dreams. Do what works for you. Forget what everybody else say, how you supposed to do it. Have your own mind. Don't let nobody control your stuff. Do you and be you. And just trust God. That's it. Like, don't try to do what nobody else did. Do what you think is best for you. Because it's your story, it's your dream. You don't know how it's going to play out. You trying to follow somebody else might lead you to hell. All hell could break loose. Do what works for you. Because that's it. Just do what works for you. Because we live in a time where all type of stuff could kick off now. You might start one thing and then something else happens. So it's just like follow your heart, and don't be deceived for nothing that ain't for you. That's it, like that. Cause
And where do you see the next, let's say, 6 months to 12 months? Where do you see your music career going? Like, what are you focused on right now?
I see me with a hit single.
Okay.
I see me with a hit single, and I also see one of my platforms just talking with Jada, like my talking video. I see all my social media is just going up, but I see me with a hit single, and I see me speaking more. A hit single and me speaking more and spreading a lot of love. That's it for right. Yeah, next 6 months. That's the end of the year, basically. Yeah, a hit single. Speaking more, spreading a lot of love, and I see a lot of people want to connect with me and work with me, and I see me just like trying to decipher like what's what, like where all this come from.
That's what's up.
Yeah, like, ooh, oh my gosh, like that's why I don't want to drink right now. I don't want nothing that's going on. I don't want to drink for a while because I just want to be able to. I know what's gonna happen. I don't want to be confused. I want to be like, nope, nope, nope. Did you see the shade room when that pastor told that person, shh, be quiet? He said it was like a disturbing spirit. That's how I want to look at people and be like, nope, 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 nope. I don't want to be misled. I want to be whole, like, yeah, this is it. Nope. Keep going. I don't want to drink. I don't want my spirit altered right now. I want to be in me. Cause I know what's happening.
I think when you're that focused, and obviously it's hard, like distractions are everywhere, especially in a city like ours. There's always something to do every night. There's a lot of people that aren't on the same like wavelength or vision as you. So I feel like the longer you stay focused like that, the more you're gonna accomplish your goals faster. And that's gonna be basically what you said. Like when you accomplish your goals faster than you thought, more opportunities are gonna start coming at you, and you're gonna be like, "Damn, I didn't even see any of this
It's
like
bigger than
happening
I
for me."
even
But
imagined.
now,
I would just be in me.
yep.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
And you gotta surround yourself around the right people too. Like that's I
Yeah.
feel like that's where distractions come a lot. Like
And that's so hard. That's so hard. Like, I just be wishing I could just do all this by myself sometime, but I know I can't. So I just pray that God send me a team that's just for me.
what team are you looking for? Like what would help you enhance your career right now? Like are you looking for a manager, or are you looking for, because maybe you never know, somebody's listening.
I need a manager. I'm so scared of a manager. But I need a manager. But I'm gonna pray that the manager that comes for me is for me. Like I'm gonna know I feel like they're gonna say something or do something that I know like they are here for me. Cause I be getting people who want to manage me, but I had somebody fake a whole relationship with me just to try to be my manager.
Damn.
And we ain't getting nowhere.
That's
Yeah.
spiritual warfare right there.
Look at the answer I just got. I was talking about that on the way here. Like
Yeah.
the devil used that person. And I don't think that person a bad person. But I think he used like mhm.
I
I
mean, if
went
you're not
through
prayed up and the devil enters your life to try to tempt you on certain things, you might take it because you're not as like solid. That's why I agree. Like praying and staying focused on who you are and what you want is ultimately gonna take you down the right path. Because it's easy to get distracted. Like it's easy to say yes to certain things. It's hard not to. But when it's hard, like when you're going through hardship, that's where God shows up even more. Because you feel like you feel more alone.
and I think that I feel like a hair in my oh there was I feel like that's the part that's like heartbreaking but also awakening at the same time. How it's like anybody can be used. You could be used against yourself. People who battle depression, all that, you could be used against yourself. So it's just like that's why I don't know. Like I'm kind of good on stuff that take me out of me right now because, and I never thought I'd say this, but it's just like I done seen so much in the last 5 years of how this really work, and it's just like it's a lot of negative stuff that going, but it's also a lot of positive. And when you're a positive person, I'm a very positive person, but it's a lot of negative too. It's more. I be feeling like it's more negative than positive people, but the positive people like be so big that
I
it
think it's
balance
because
it
it's
out.
easier to be negative.
Yeah,
So it's just people take that easy route. It's
yeah,
hard. It's hard to be positive sometimes.
it is.
And we live in a world where there is a lot of negativity, because if you look at the news, or if you look at most of the things that go viral are negative. Like it is what it is. And I feel like that goes a lot with your subconscious mind too. Like if your subconscious mind is just straight negative, then you're gonna think negative is normal.
That's real. I like this talk we having. I'm getting a lot of answers that like confirmation and stuff that I was just. I'm supposed to be here.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I mean, this is what we're about.
I
Like
love people that get it.
yeah, shit, that's why I started the Miami Hustle.
Cause
Like I
you'll
feel
be
like
talking to somebody like this and they be like, "Yeah, tell me more." They don't be knowing, but when you get somebody who kind of get it, be like, "Oh, okay, you get it." I'm learning a lot of people don't get it.
yeah, like we started this because I like to surround myself, especially at like going into my 30s. Like I'm 29 right now, but I feel like I've learned a lot in my 20s, and I know what I want in my 30s. And I have to surround myself around the right people and like the right mindsets. And these conversations that I have with people like you, like it does make sense, you know. And
It
that's
make
why
a lot of
when you
sense.
walk out of here though, like a lot of times I feel like I'm crazy. But that's why I just stay to myself and I'm kind of quiet,
Yeah.
because in public or like around others, like people don't think the same. But at the end of the day, like you gotta stay on track, and you gotta have tunnel vision, because that's what's around you, and you can't
I
just
like that.
settle. You can't settle for like average minded, negative
I
minded
be
people.
telling people all the time, like, stop settling. Like, I never been a settler. I've always been wise, but I just think the last couple of years have been like took me to a new level. But man, settling. I feel like settling is the spirit in itself that a lot of people sit in. They don't even know. I be like, settle, man, get up. What you doing? Like settling, you can't. You got to say no. Like this ain't it. I want more. I want more in every aspect of my life. Like I want more. I leave relationships for that. Peace. I want more. Okay.
How has it been with you in relationships? Because obviously you're a very strong minded person, and I feel like you're gonna be focused on yourself more than others a lot of the time. And like that's what I have dealt with in the past too. Like sometimes I can't give a girl as much attention as she deserves because I'm building right now. So how do you feel about like relationships and
Listen, okay, so I've always been in relationships. The last 5 years was like the first years I was single. I mean, just not like in a official relationship, but like, so I feel like situationships and all that is dating. If you ask me, what you think?
situationships?
Yeah,
What's that like?
like when you in situations, but y'all not in a relationship.
Oh, I mean,
I
I feel like personally, I gotta get to know someone for at least 6 months before I
commit.
like commit to someone, cause
Yeah,
cause the first 3 months like it's a honeymoon phase, everything is great, you know, she always seems good, but
6 months is when you start seeing who they are.
well, I think like you gotta go through shit, and people go through shit within 6 months, and you gotta see how individuals deal with certain shit, like you know what I mean. I don't know. That's how I am. I like to take my time with it.
See, I know you.
But if I'm in a situationship over 6 months, then I'm just playing myself or playing them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I did a lot of that.
Like just
I
keeping someone around. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, I've been part of the problem too. But I'm talking about, yeah, I've been part of the problem too. But like the first years of my life, and I know why I've been part of the problem too. Like the first years of my life, I mean, like my 20s, I was in a relationship, so I never really got to live. Like I felt like I was just locked down in college, focusing on me, and I had a boyfriend. I traveled, I did stuff with him, but then I just knew I wanted more. And like me wanting more, I didn't really know what that was, but I knew I wanted more, and I went out and tried to find it. And I think I looked for him in each one. It wasn't a lot, it was like two. But each situation I had, I was looking for him in that. And it was like they were guys of great caliber, etc. But my ex to me didn't have like the drive and hustle that I would have wanted him to have. But he was a great guy. But it didn't match me. As you can see, I'm a lot. Like I'm a lot. And at the time I just felt like he didn't. I'm trying to find myself. I just left college. I gotta go to work. I got a dream I wanna
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah.
I'm back living with you and your parents. I was just not in a good space myself. So I'm out here and it's like, okay, like I'm dropping music, the niggas on me, So like I had like two situationships and it was a lot of games, a lot of heartbreak. I'm playing, they playing, we all playing. I got to take accountability too, but it worked for me at the time. But I learned a lot in it, and that's how I get to this point. Cause I ain't never been single. I ain't never know what it was like to be out there with guys who ain't about nothing. Like I've always been in a relationship. Thank God I ain't got no STDs, like no nothing, cause it's all type of stuff that happen out here and stuff like that. But no kids. So it's just like in these years, like they good people, but I think you meet people exactly where you are. And I was running into me in a lot of situations, and I think what has been revealed to me lately is that love is not love is not like what a person has. Love is just love, literally. Like love is just somebody really genuinely caring about you, having your best interests, and just being there for you and supporting. But also, when you're a woman empowered like I am, you have to have somebody that's on your level in all aspects. You need a man that's cannot just be your boyfriend, but who can lead the way. And that's what I look for in my partner, because I feel like in the world that I live in, I need a man that can protect me from all of this. So I need a man with some knowledge. And that's where it get a little tricky for me. But I learned that through dating. And it's kind of hard because I'm kind of like, I got to focus on me. Like, I cut them off. You would think I got a whole boyfriend or a situation how I cut people off, but it's just because I just go in my world, focus on me. Then I act like the guys, go out when I want to play, then come back in. I'm part of the problem. I'm part of the problem. But I'm done with that now. And it's like now I'm ready for a husband. Like, I know exactly what I want. I spent my first 20s in a relationship, the last of my 20s dating, situationship, playing, getting it out of my system. I never had a whole phase, but I did date the little situations I had. But that's been over two situations in 6 years. So I guess, it's broken up. But
Hey, she is single, looking for a husband, no kids, a leader, looking for a true leader. So if anyone's out there, you already know.
hey, babe. No, seriously, I want a husband. Like, I don't want to be the Miss Independent woman with no man, or just like on to the next guy for what he could do for me. Like, I want my man to be my provider, my leader, my go-to, a man of God, because I don't want to idolize him. But I want him to be like a man of purpose who knows, so we not off track and we just able to conquer the world together, because I feel like it's gonna be our mission together. And I know exactly, like you said, I know exactly what I want now, so I'm okay with being by myself because I done had a dose of,
Yep.
and I know what I want now.
Amen.
And I think everybody need that season in their life if they
Yeah,
can.
100%. I
You
say it all the
gotta,
time. Like, the more you focus on yourself and the more you figure out who you are and what you want, the more girls are gonna approach you. Like, not that they're gonna pull up on you, like literally, but I mean it can happen. But yeah, the more you chase girls, or the more you're like just going off of like, oh, I want that one and I want that one and I want that one, you're gonna get none. And the
yeah,
one that you do get will probably be a problem. So so if you focus on yourself and like you said, you know what you want, then you're gonna have high standards. You're gonna not say yes to everybody, and then you're
yeah,
gonna look at people in different ways,
yeah.
and you're gonna tell that person that wants your soul, no.
Straight up. And I felt so proud saying that. Like,
I mean,
no.
saying no is not easy. Like, that's hard too. It's easy
I
to say
felt like
yes
I conquered life
sometimes.
when I said, like, that one conversation made me feel so good. Like, oh my gosh. Because back then I play games, just block them. Like, you being stupid. Like, who you talking? But, like, no. Like, this is what I want. If you can't give it to me, you can't
I
play
mean,
with
I'm
me.
excited for this phase of your life. And again, like, we're lucky to have you on this show for the first time 2 weeks after, what happened to you. Because I feel like you're stepping into a new chapter in your life that I believe is going to bring you a lot of good, a lot of positivity, and the right people around your circle. I think if you keep that mindset and stay consistent, you're going to keep winning. Just have winners around you, with that same mindset. And I'm looking forward to you dropping the next single.
Sleeping with the enemy.
If you want to, I don't know if you want to give out the release date.
I don't have a date yet because I'm
Okay.
waiting on the camera guy to send me back my pictures, and then when
Okay.
I get that. But
Okay.
it should be this month.
Okay.
Maybe like Memorial Weekend, if anything, first week of June. But
Memorial weekend, that's lit.
it's coming down.
That's what's up. So I'm excited for all of your new projects, your new work. Keep doing your thing. I would love to have you back on like 6 months to a year just to see where you're
Yeah.
at, follow up. And I think it's only going to be good updates. And,
Yeah.
like, just stay positive, stay prayed up.
That's right. That's real. This was a real we had a good talk.
I mean, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just us. There's going to be a lot of people that hear this and hear your story and really get to know who you are, which I think is the most important part. Because again, like, when I see somebody through a social media screen, like on Instagram, like, I see who they're portraying themselves to be. Like, when you're a rap artist, you gotta like, it's all about marketing. You gotta portray yourself to be a rap artist. But when you sit down and talk to someone, you get to know who they really are, what they've been through, and where they're headed. And, like, that's what's important.
Yeah, that's real. And I feel like this is my first time speaking out about like where I'm at. So like, it is cool. I just spoke a lot into existence too. So
Yep, that's what we're about. I'm
yeah.
telling you, 6 months, 12 months from now, everything can change for you. Like all you got to do is meet that one person or that one opportunity that comes into your life.
Let's just say it will.
It will. No, 100% within 6 to 12 months. I'm telling you. That's usually what happens with people that are on this show. If you're hustling, good things will happen. So when you sit here and you talk about what you're doing and you're manifesting and you're speaking it into existence, so if you keep hustling after this show, it will only attract.
I seen that
like,
post on Instagram that say you could be grinding for 4 years and on the 5th year be the biggest thing out. I'm really on my 5th year. That's for me.
Yeah, I think it takes 5 years. I
Yeah.
think that's why you got to be patient. You got to be willing to lose, and you got to be willing to learn, because it's not going to take 1 year or 2. It could take 5.
Fast success is ego. Slow success is your character. You rather build your character than your ego, because when that ego die and get crushed out, your character is what's gonna always be on the line for you. And you build your character through time. So you don't want nothing fast. So we right. I think about 5 years.
I mean, we're right here.
That's it.
You already know. Until next time, thank you. Appreciate
Bye,
you.
y'all. That was good. I like that.